So we all know that school starts pretty early.
But did you know that there's evidence proving that school starting early is actually unhealthy for students?
Most teens are unable to fall asleep before 11 or 10:30 at night because of sleep patterns, which leaves only 7 to 6 hours of sleep per night when we need 9 to 10 hours of sleep every night.
When you don't get enough sleep at night, it can lower your ability to think and process information. It can also cause depression, unhealthy stress, and anxiety.
Some more results of sleep deprivation are weight gain, increased risk-taking, feelings of being chilled, reduced quality of creativity and productivity, decreased motor performance, decreased socializing skills and decrease in sense of humor, reduced ability to concentrate and remember things, and abrupt mood shifts.
The School Start Time study by Kyla Wallstrom at the University of Minnesota showed that starting school a half an hour later resulted in teens getting an extra hour of sleep at night.
Our brains are not fully functional until 10 o'clock in the morning.
So because of this, it makes the first couple hours of school a lot harder to learn. The National Sleep Foundation said that sleep is food for the brain. Important body functions and brain activity occur whilst asleep. Skipping sleep can be harmful and even deadly, especially if you are behind the wheel. When Jackson High School in Wyoming switched its start time to 8:55 a.m., the number of car crashes involving teenagers in the morning decreased by 70%, which proves that if we start school later, it'll decrease the number of morning car crashes. One thing that a lot of parents and even students don't realize is that when they skip breakfast, it's typically due to school starting too early. Most students who end up skipping breakfast in the morning either don't know how important it is or just trade that off for extra sleep. Having school start a little later will give students extra time to ensure that they get a good breakfast before they come to school. So starting school early will even help the nutrition of students. A lot of people think that school starting later will not prepare the teens for the real world. However, this is not true at all. It's almost like asking a toddler to skip its naps to prepare for middle school. It's just not really necessary, especially because teens need more sleep than adults do. Sleep is just as necessary as exercise and nutrition. So if that is taken away just to prepare yourself for the real world, then it's going to turn into a really unhealthy lifestyle. A lot of people think that extracurricular activities will suffer because of a later school start time. However, this is not true, because if the activity starts and ends later and school starts later, it won't matter what time it ends because the student will be able to get more sleep. Later start times does not affect the performance of any extracurricular teams either. After Wilton, Connecticut pushed their start time a little bit later, school won many state championships in a ton of different sports. This proves that extracurriculars won't suffer at all, really, due to a late start time. Also, a later start time will benefit the athletes due to more sleep at night. 10% of all high schools in the U.S. start before 7:30 in the morning. 42.5% of all high schools start before 8 a.m., and only 14.4% of all high schools start any later than 8:30. This is a problem that needs to be fixed. Teenagers have an odd sleep pattern cycle because of school starting way too early. The cycle typically goes late bedtime due to sleep patterns, which results in less sleep and being tired all school week, which then results in sleeping in a ton on the weekends to catch up on all that lost sleep. All of this would be resolved if school started later. As teens get older, they get less and less sleep every year. As they progress through school, school start times get earlier and earlier. These two things have definite relations. Because of this, a lot of sleep deprivation is caused in high school students and even 8th or 7th graders. And this is a major problem that needs to be solved.
Due to these problems, we have come up with multiple solutions.
One of the solutions we've come up with is to simply start school later. Most schools start at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. So for our solution, we would propose that either an 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. start would be a lot better so we'd have more time in the morning.
Another solution would to do online classes so students can have more flexible schedules.
Now that you know all the facts about school starting earlier, you can do something about it.
One way that you can help solve the problem is going to the website in the description below and help sign the petition to have school start later.
Another way that you can help solve the problem is starting your own petition or writing a letter to your district. If our school ends up changing its start time to later in the day, some of the positive effects will be healthier students, students getting more sleep, students being more nutritious, students getting a better education and scoring better on tests and homework, and even students performing better in their athletics. That is why you should help the cause. Bye!
Okay.
Did-
Left.
Oh! Okay. Done, Mike?
Turn it left.
Ever.
Oh! Okay. I am still wearing mittens. For us to learn in the first half of the day.
I was doing the weirdest thing.
At either 8 or 9 a.m. so we have a little bit more time to get.
It's recording.